Okay. Hello there, and welcome to a live auto-match game of Jesulin in the south as Wehrmacht versus DevM in the north as the Soviets. DevM, of course, locking in armoured assault tactics. Why does he do that so early? He wants that radio intercept. And eventually he'll want the IS-2 with the IL-2 Sturmovik attacks. So two very, very powerful abilities. And I'll hold my hands up and admit I was wrong when it came to heavy tanks. Heavy tanks are pretty okay at times. Situationally, it would seem. And DevM seems to favour the IS-2 right now. He's pretty much making people think it's a lot better. And than people were thinking before DevM started using it. I do actually credit Joao, or however you say his real name, with making people think the IS-2 is better than they were thinking it was before. In elite level 1 versus 1 only. I'm sure team game players have always been using it. But a lot of 1v1 players and casters such as myself would just wrote it off. And it's just cool that somebody comes back into the scene and like... Well, to be fair, DevM never actually went away this time. He was playing tournaments in the background for a while after GCS 1. But you know what I mean. Starts training hard for GCS 2 and then starts using the IS-2. It's pretty cool. I thought it was cool anyway. Here he is with the Soviet sniper as well. This was his answer to Von Ivan. Von Ivan, of course, using a lot of mobile defense. Von Ivan can be heavily credited with having crafted the meta right now. I mean, people were using mobile defense before Von Ivan, but Von Ivan pretty much showed everybody the way to fully exploit the call-in meta that is remaining in this game. And DevM's answer, of course, is to use a call-in meta of his own, the IS-2. So, yeah, but how he gets to that is via use of the sniper, the penal battalions, and then 2 Zisguns. That's the build. You want to go penals, snipers, 2 Zisguns, and wait for the IS-2. It's almost as though... call-in meta is all that matters in Company of Heroes 2, unfortunately. And they've tried to mitigate it, they've tried to nerf it, but all it means is players will use the last remaining call-ins. And that's what we're left with. We're left with the last remaining call-ins. Saying that, we're speaking about Von Ivan. We're actually casting the most successful Company of Heroes 2 tournament player of all time, Jesulin. He won nearly everything in 2014, which gives him that statistic as being the most successful. He's won more tournaments than DevM, or Loveness, basically. Nice aggression by DevM, forcing away this MG42. Elsewhere, Jesulin showing some aggression of his own to force away these combat engineers. Actually just allows DevM to get the sniper in position. Get a plucky shot away there. Of course, this has been cast on Twitch chat. We've got Tightrope saying, I played heavy tanks firsthand, so I knew. I did specify elite level 1v1. I'm sorry, Tightrope, but I hesitate to say that doesn't include yourself. Laurie, a lovely gentleman, a good player, and a fantastic caster, so there you go. Penal battalions rush forth. Sniper throws herself to the ground to get that shot away. Grenadiers suffering a lot of damage, but it was a big rifle nade from Jesulin. Great play by the Spaniard. Force away his Portuguese rival. And some just great play there. Really had to stick that one out to get a huge rifle nade off, and it was all worthwhile. No, I love Tightrope chat. He's a fantastic guy. He's coming to GCS 2. And he's also providing some content for GCS 2, I believe. He's going to do some strategic analysis videos, which are really cool, on his YouTube channel. Tightrope Code 2. We've got the light mechanized company up. Tier 2 is firmly established for Jesulin. DevM hasn't gone at Tier 2 quite yet. He's staying with Tier 1. And why am I saying that? I mean, usually, don't Soviets just pick one of the two and then go straight for Tier 3? No, not anymore. Thanks to this kind of strategy DevM devised to counter Von Ivan. The strategy is get as much material on the field as possible, especially manpower investments that counter light vehicles and medium armor. And this is the build you end up with. You end up with a penal battalion with a PTRS. You end up with your two-man combat engineer retreating to build tier 2. And there you go. Sniper, by the way, she's got an 8 kills. Not bad at all. Sector is secure in the centre as the penal battalion start to put the kosh down on Jesulin. Sniper marches forth. Grenadiers having to relinquish their position and hide behind this huge crane. We've got a nice S-mine field here. Arguments in Twitch chat about heavy tanks. I'm eager to see how this one fares. Must be said, all of this play, this is like a former #1 in the world versus the #1 in the world. Jesulin versus DevM, right? So anything they do really can't be extrapolated and applied to our own gameplay because they're a lot better than we are, unfortunately. Memento asks, what's the prize for 1v1 championship winner, which is GCS 2, of course. If the donations keep incoming like they are, the prize will end up as $2,000 for first place, a GTX 1080 worth $600, a pewter inscribed trophy declaring them Grand Champion of Company of Heroes, and a plane ticket to England and a hotel whilst they stay here, and free food and drink. And that's everything included in the GCS winnership. Jesulin, some great aggression. Pioneers capping the point there. Keep an eye on this sniper. Get her on control group 1. Dank Jellyfish says also a bag of lollipops. He's bang on. Penal battalion down by the Grenadiers. Good play by Jesulin. Bad play by DevM. What was he thinking? Maybe he was microing this sniper. I don't know. But he was like a deer in the headlights there as he bites the dust. High Colour says a hug from AE. Yes, that's right. You'll get a hug from AE as well. The prize pool continues to increase. We've had droppage of the PTRS here. That's not good. They don't want that to happen. DevM's finding himself in a difficult position here against the Spanish destroyer, who has the 400 4 and 40. That's it. The 440 is on the field. The scout car combination. Sorry, Black Dream. I'll cast your replay if you donate. That's absolutely fine. No worries.
New units are ready to deploy.
Just a bit wary that this could be an epic game, so I do want to do a good job of casting it. Should it end up as one of those hilariously awesome games? We've got 2 Ostroupen squads, 12 men march forward. They're all clones. It's Attack of the Clones. They march forward from Romania. They're all conscripted into the Wehrmacht army. And they're all the same person over and over again. Good map control by Big Jezza. DevM having to cap with a sniper. Not the best usage, not what you want. He draws the Jesulin into position, which the sniper can get shots off anyway. There you go. Here comes the 2-2-2. Needs to shield the sniper, doing a great job of that. He's got the Jesulin at all times, the PTRS at all times, covering for the Soviet heroine. Let's get a good angle whilst they sip a drink for a moment.
Strafbat needs orders.
Nice. So the 2-2, of course, is a very heavily relied upon unit now, especially now it's had its 50 manpower reduction. What Doth Light says, Soviet heroine, do you mean crocodile? No, these people haven't got their skin falling off. I, of course, meant female hero. Sorry to ruin your joke there. I did get it. It wasn't a whoosh. I promise. Such aggression shown by Jesulin. It's almost like he wants to win an RTS battle. Very, very on the edge capping there. Lovely to see. Let's see the entire... Oh! What a horrific plume of fluorescent red blood flies up from the cranium of the Ostrupen. The 222 hunting group is on the prowl. DevM, it must be said. Aimstrong was talking about DevM last night and said, to be honest, this is the most stamina I've ever seen in DevM. It feels like he just doesn't give up and he never gets weaker in a game. This is, I don't usually dox my friends talking to me, but Aimstrong was talking about DevM, saying how much stamina he believes DevM has right now. And I've witnessed it myself. I mean, DevM can get sloppy, he can lose units, but his kind of effort and efficiency of play never seems to really go down at this point in time. He's been playing that much in the past few months. Him and Von Ivan, I would say, have the best resilience and endurance and stamina in this game. And that's why it's very exciting that we could see DevM versus Von Ivan in a semi-final on Sunday, the 17th of June. His number 2 seed and number 3 seed would collide. It'd be months in the making as well, those two players. Where does Jesulin fit in all this? He's number 7 seed for GCS 2, based on his huge tournament history and the fact that he's been training for GCS. Which does matter in the seedings. You can't just look at auto-match form, you have to take a few things into account. And for Jesulin, you have to take his history into account. The fact that he's training, the fact that he's fearless, and the fact that he was once the most dominant player in this game's history. MG doing some sneaky capping up north. That's Jesulin just showing just how much capping ability he has. Jez, of course, has gone for mobile defense. I mean, we know that. And that just means he now has the Puma at his disposal, should he want it. I'm not saying he does want it, because he's got so much fuel. He's actually teching tier 3, he's going to get tier 3 instead. No need to go for the Puma when DevM's playing his anti-Puma build. And that's Jesulin's a greater strategic concept. You don't want to play as somebody that's built to build to counter the Puma with a Puma. It's amazing, mind blown, incredible stuff. 21 kills on this Soviet sniper. She's been merciless. Nice rifle nade. Well dodged, just health damage. And if the retreat, no manpower cost incurred due to the lovely healing provided in base. Jesulin has that also. Jesulin goes straight for tier 4. Battle phase 2 is being teched. Tier 4 is in the build. This is battle phase 3, of course. Battle phase 3 is being teched as well as battle phase 2. And tier 4 is coming. And he is going to suffer the consequences.
We are now authorized to request more powerful units.
You don't see that very often. Somebody goes for mobile offense, they dupe their opponent rather, into going for something that counts as mobile defense. And then they don't go mobile defense at all. They nice distant shot forces away the scout car. Jesulin getting those 2014 light armor skills back, because that's what he was renowned for. He may be good with snipers, he may be good with a lot of things, but it was always a light vehicle micro that pushed Jesulin out of the sphere of mere mortals and into an echelon of play of his own. Heavy Panzer Corps is up. Jesulin weighs up his options. He has... Oh, sorry about that. Weighs up his options. That was pressing my F buttons. I massively overstepped my bounds and pressed F9. Of course, he needs 150 fuel for the Brumbear, or 185 for the Panther. I wonder what he's going to go for here. It's very exciting. Cruisy comments on my usage of the word Jesulin. Jesulin is a self-meme. When I came into the scene, and I cast a lot of games in my own tournaments back in the day, very, very far back in the day, I used to mispronounce Jesulin by saying Jesulin. Never knew why I did that, but as a mark of tradition, I will always continue to say it that way. Also, Stormless says it that way now, which I find hilarious. I have taught him to say it incorrectly. Oh, big Jesulin shot. Friends heavily suppressed by DevM, and this is actually allowing DevM to cap some of the map back. He's gotten his own fuel back of all things.
I have the men ready. Enemy contact.
DevM with 4 support weapons, and now DevM has a name for this build. It's called going full Co 2. You've seen Tropic Thunder, right? You never go full Co 2. Well, in this case, the Vico Master Race represents... Oh, we've just had a loss, by the way. Sorry to have not actually called that one out on camera. That was the snipers just died. Fuck! I'm so great at missing these sniper deaths. I'm a legend at it. I miss every single one. Where did it die, Tightrope? Was it on camera? I missed camera, Brickman. I'm great at missing the sniper deaths. I think most casters are, actually. It's really difficult to talk and to keep an eye on the snipers. Okay, it was killed by the Grenadiers. Fair enough. Good, Cruzy. And that just shows the male's inability to multitask. Nice shot by the Zis. When you're on a spiel and you're saying something and you read something in chat, you fail to cognisciently process everything on the screen. And it's a part of being a man. That's why we torture ourselves, gentlemen, by playing this game. This game requires so much multitasking and lateral thinking that we torture ourselves by playing this particular game. We absolutely do. It stretches us to our very limits. Thank you for calling that out. Indeed. Brumbear! Professor Brumbear's on the field. Huge shot in. Does no damage to the Maxim and it retreats harmlessly away. 2 Jesulin's ready to receive it, but this Brumbear is going to be an instrument of destruction. Jesulin's going to wield upon his Portuguese opponent. Yeah, Brickman, that's a good point. At least the camera was there. I do that on instinct, I guess. I keep the camera where it needs to be without even thinking about it. I've got 1,000 hours of casting in the past 2 years. G could take the combat genius down. No, it doesn't. Here comes the Brumbear. Oh! DevM, son! You're protected by the wall, but you didn't know that. You need to get out of there a little bit quicker when you hear that gaboof. Second sniper out, this time again a female. It's her mother. She's very angry, a very angry babushka lady that you shot her daughter. So just to call some people out in chat that are legends, we've also already mentioned Tightrope, we've already mentioned Cruzy, who has a lot of statistics for this scene and helps people out a lot. But Tightrope himself is flying over to GCS2. Check out his YouTube channel, Tightrope Co 2, and we'll see that he's releasing a lot of material recently. He's also got a donation meter up to help him fly here. Not fly here physically, more in a plane, but they cost money apparently. I wouldn't know because I organised the tournament to be 30 miles from where I live. I mean, F me, right? Panzerwerfer's out! Oh, this is going to be interesting. DevM's clanmate Aimstrong had a hilarious meme going on in Helping Hands' joke, rather. A joke going on in Helping Hands' chat about Panzerwerfers, trying to convince Helping Hands to use one in 1v1. And here we see it unjokingly used against his clanmate. Why is it facing that way, though? I'm not fully sure about that. Brumbear only has 2 kills, by the way. Barely started to pay for itself. Third Jesulin coming out. That's cannon fodder, surely. Well, rocket fodder and shell fodder, rather. Second sniper already got 3 kills. Rockets go up. They fly down in a devilish crescendo against DevM. Decrew that Zis. Will he be able to take advantage? He's going to try to. He launches the Brumbear forward into action. Wants to attack. Move that thing out of non-existence. He's got 3 more shots to do that. There's a Zis gun here. Another one here. That's not going to be there in time. It's all on this one. Oh, that's a big shot. He He forces himself back. Is this gonna... He fires behind the shield, by the way, there. Nice. Pop smoke. Advantage of mobile defense. Attacks grounds from the Jesulin. Misses. That's the meme, aim strong. Panzerwerfer in base. You know the one, baby. Do yourself a favour, aim strong. Don't watch the... don't read the Facebook chat between yourself and DevM. Try and keep yourself unspoiled for the victor of this game. It'll be quite exciting, I imagine. See who reigns supreme. I was talking, Aimstrong, by the way, that you claimed that you believe this is the most stamina you've seen out of DevM, especially in the recent years. Just please confirm that for Twitch channel. He's got to have stamina.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
Huge death ball blob from DevM as he goes full CO2 into the center.
Sector has been cut off. You have orders?
Takes one to know one, Kimbo. Panzerwerfer goes in. This could be big. Oh, here he goes. Has he retreated in time? No, he has not. With the wipe on the penals. That's some dead Strafniki right there. DevM is getting bled to death whilst Jesulin's army gets stronger and stronger and more devastating. The Brumbear, the Panzerwerfer. Could be getting a Panther in the future. Piss off, Windows. Do you really think I care?
We are losing territory.
I have to turn all notifications off. I installed Windows recently, reinstalled it. It's nice to have a faster computer, but it's not nice to suffer the temerity. Pinned. Oh, main gun destroyed on the 2-2-2. This could be going down. Finally, DevM gets a kill on a vehicle with the Jesulin. It's only one vehicle, though. And that's not really going to make him happy right now. He's lost so much. Soviet sniper, the second one built, is retreating back to base. Tell you what, that could be a cheeky kill. That could be a very cheeky kill. Oh! 2-2-2. Oh, didn't go down. Nice ban there in Twitch chat. Very good to see. Was he trying to be predictive there? We'll never know, but it didn't really work. This is a former Vico pro, a master of micro and flanking. He's now going for support weapon. Whatever gets him the win, I suppose, will be the answer from DevM. Was a caster and an entertainer. And it's painful to watch. Painful to see 3 Jesuls and 2 Maxims from one of our most exciting players. But it's what countered Von Ivan in play, so it's what he's going to go with. Doesn't seem to be doing the trick right now, though, does it? Against Jesulin with his tier 4 play, which is fantastic counter to what DevM's doing. Helping Hands came out with a counter on Holodny Fermi yesterday. It was a bit lucky, but it worked. It worked strategically as well as being... I say it's a bit lucky. I mean, DevM had a bad game, is what I mean. Hands played it very, very well. It was a Panzer... what was it? Assault Grenadier build on Holodny Fermi with 2 Panzer Grenadiers in their chariots. The 221s, I believe they're called, or something. It's pretty nifty. Didn't work the second time, but that first time, the shock factor, it countered this build, and that's exciting. Must be said, though, I mean, Jesulin is in a domineering position right now. But there's something that lingers. Because DevM has armoured assault tactics. And that means, ladies and gentlemen, that means that he can, if he builds any tanks, he'll be able to crew repair them. So that's really great. No, of course. I am joking, of course. And the thing that he's going to, you know, bring onto the field is going to be fearsome. It's going to be a tank. It's going to be the flying tank, the IL-2 Sturmovik attack. It's going to be amazingly skillful. He's going to use it to its full extent and rescue the game. Ostrupen doing some good capping. Jesulin keeping the pressure down on DevM with 212 inch points remaining.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Panther, 55-ton modern battle tank prototype, some might call it. Then all people will argue against it, but it had great features. It was ahead of its time. Oh, lovely barrage there. Here comes the ASF Stalin tank. This thing is made of 100% quantified Stalinium, and it's a brutal competitor. The Panther, a more refined vehicle, got a better, longer range, and possibly bounce its shots against the IS-2. As the IS-2 does the same against the Panther, these two heavy bastards are going to duke it out, and it's going to be a pleasure to watch.
Only 200 points remain. Double your efforts.
Francis 5795, of course, talking about how crudely engineered the Soviet tanks were. The IS-2, apparently, according to him, could fire 2 to 3 rounds a minute, much like the Sherman Firefly. But the thing he negates to say is survivability, and of course, you know, one shot matters in tank warfare at times. If you can survive that first shot, like the IS-2 could, you could possibly get your 2 to 3 rounds off. That's a good point, and a lot of Soviet tanks were horrible to commandeer. Could be made in much greater quantities than German tanks, though. So it's, you know, every army in World War II had a tank that suited its requirements, except the Brits, who were just terrible. Except the Churchill, which was okay, and the Valentine, which was okay, but they didn't make any superlative tanks for their requirements. Panzerwerfer goes in. Oh, sniper destroyed! Jesulin decapitated! Maxim annihilated! IS-2 is a sitting duck as the Panther has not suffered a single penetration quite yet. The IL-2s are trying to remedy the situation, but you cannot contest the rockets that Jesulin is bringing forth right now, as this thing has counted 31 kills, 1 vehicle kills, army deleted by Jesulin. The skill plane slams into DevM's forces, no damage caused, but it was a great pyrotechnic display. Second Panzerwerfer out. If he wasn't suffering enough already. I mean, DevM, let's face it, has been hard countered this game. DevM's build was to counter Von Ivan. DevM proved in that he could counter Von Ivan in certain games with this build. It worked against Von Ivan. Von Ivan then started having to think about how to maybe not use mobile defense, maybe go for something else. Like he started to use Jaeger, for example. So it certainly did the job in May of countering Von Ivan, but here's Jesulin with a build of his own, showing that Company Heroes 2's meta is still wide open for the taking, because certain builds counter certain other builds. It's a game of guessing. You have to scope your opponents, work out what they're doing, as another Jesulin suffers heavy casualties. Shots here going over to the east, it seems. Keeping the Jesulins guessing. IS-2 rushes in. Panther bounces a shot. IS-2 continues. It's assault. Jesulin penetrates. Panther pushed away.
We need to re-establish our supply lines.
Faust damages the IS-2. IS-2 only has 7 kills, by the way. Sturmvik's ready again. Rifle-made doesn't do enough. More from Francis in chat saying Soviets pretty much didn't design their tanks with the tank crew in mind, it could be, you know, pretty much agreed that that is the case. Still won the war, though, didn't they? And still able to outproduce every other nation in terms of tanks. So I kind of understand Soviet tank methodology when you have a population of 150 million and you have unlimited resources, pretty much. Might as well just go with the Soviet tank methodology. Horses for courses is a British phrase that goes very well with how tanks were in World War II. I mean, the Japanese built tanks that were fit for the Japanese army, the Imperial Army. They, you know, they were light tanks that could do well in the jungle, for example. LMGs upgraded on these Osttroop. That's another example of fine reason to go battle phase 3. Thicker in chat complimenting Jesulin's build. I agree, this is a fantastic build. Here come the skill planes. DevM looking for a buyout clause as the IS-2 rampages. Not doing enough though. Not doing enough at all. It's great at countering mobile defense, but not so great in this case against a tier 4 build. Second Panzerwerfer has 3 kills. This Panzerwerfer though is a superstar with 32. Brombeer, the Sturmpanzer, has 19, veterancy 2. Not bad at all. All infantry have veterancy 3. Another barrage. Well. Oh, it wasn't quite dodged by DevM. I wanted to say well dodged, but he didn't dodge it. Ziskat's taken down yet again. He's still got victory points, but how long for? DevM needs to change. Oh, Brombeer takes down the veterancy. 3 combat engineers. Tail of the plane flies into the sky there. IS-2 cannot penetrate the Panther reliably at all. Finally does so, but only a little bit of damage. Surely ready for some more barrage action. We are on the veterancy 2 Panzerwerfer. Please cool down. DevM, as I say, has been checkmated in this game. Unless Jesulin makes some huge cock-ups, which is unlikely. The Faust rushing forward. The Panzerwerfer rushing forward. Sturmpanzer tags in for his buddy. Oh, big shot off on the penal battalion. He's forcing DevM back. Force opponent back into base. Panzerwerfer and Prophet. You're going to have to get out of there, DevM. Run for your life. And he does so on this occasion. But the second one's nearly ready to tango. 0 seconds left. There you go. Oh, it was here. Okay, it was here, sorry. I knew that angle was a bit too acute. I didn't quite work it out myself. I'm a bit of a moron there. So DevM survived right now. He's still got his IS-2. He's got veterancy 1. So, oh my god, he could cap the map. Joking. He's got his 3 penal battalions, which I think one was a rebuild. Yeah, it was a rebuild. Maxim and 2 Ziskuns. Now, let me talk about the insane clown posse. No, the insane clan duo of DevM and Armstrong, 2 of the finest players in this game's history. However, they are liable sometimes to hard counters. We saw it in GCS 1 when Armstrong was hard countered by GB the Hooligan with an incredible Pack 43 Fortifications OKW build. And in this case, we're seeing Jesulin counter DevM superbly with this tier 4 rush. You know, so there's food for thought there. GCS 2 will be competed over a best of 3 format. So players have to be wary of hard counters. They cannot just launch in with the given meta like DevM did in this game. Also, another point to point out, Jesulin's standard of play is great. Brombeer's possibly getting down. IS-2's on the hunt. Stalinium in action. Is that 122mm cannon thunders into the Brombeer. Thunders into the...
Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
What the hell? Where was the shot? Where is DevM's look? Where is DevM's luck in this game?
Supply lines have been cut.
I can't remember what point I was making. I'm sure it was great. Sure it was great. 104 viewers. Welcome everybody to the party zone. I don't know why my stream's still called 2v2 Showdown. We'll never know. I don't know what happened. It was either possibly bounced or missed or was out of range. One of the three. I had the wrong camera angle to spot it, unfortunately. CM35 mine in a good position from DevM, but Jesulin's not rushing forward. He's fine with playing the endurance game in this one. DevM's got 123 victory points remaining. Faust goes in. Panther does not whir into action. 4th Penal Battalion building. Not sure about that. Panzerwerfers are both ready. There you go. Well dodged by DevM. Knew what he was going for. Probably just keep scouting for the Ziskuns in all honesty. No combat engineers. DevM built a 4th Penal Battalion. That's a bad move from him. But he has got the Kruber, so I'm an idiot. Don't listen to AE at all costs. Who am I to question the number 2 seed in GCS and many people's true number 1 seed in terms of form? Must be said, Loveness was given number 1 seed because he has the potential to return to full form. We all know what that means. It was training very hard towards the end of May, just not at the start of May. Brumbear has 29 kills. 2nd Panzerwerfer, by the way, only 4. The Jesulin's possibly punished by DevM not being quite as forward. Oh, he was shot by the IS-2 there. I don't know if he was actually focused, trying to hit the Austrian, but he certainly did. By the way, we got the 99 victory points for DevM now. Dropping hard. Oh, here we go. Panzerwerfer coming in. Triggers the mine. Great mine sweeping. Incredible play by Jesulin. What's the Panther doing? Oh, nice. Panther, by the way, has blitzkrieg tactics that can get around the back of the IS-2, but Jesulin's a calm and steady customer. Doesn't want to do anything too crazy. Maxim suppressed. Penals rush forward. IS-2 on the hunt for this Brumbear. DevM bounces off the Veterancy 3 Professor of Demolition. Faust in, damaged engine. Panther blocked by the Brumbear. Needs to get into this engagement as soon as possible. We do have the Ziskuns in the rear. Panzerwerfers are off barrage right now. The closest one is the Veterancy 2, who's now available should the Ziskuns poke their heads into view. Here's the Veterancy 1 crew of the double Pioneers to prepare at double speed. IS-2's got Veterancy 2, so it's got better range. Tightrope points out in chat. I often think Tightrope and I would make the best cast team in the world. He's calm and chill. I'm hype and loud. He's knowledgeable and knows statistics, and I know shit tons about all the players. So you know, together we'd have overlapping arcs there.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Unfortunately, it comes from New Zealand. So, colonies! Trying to catch the Ziskuns off guard. Didn't work this time. DevM's getting into IL-2 territory very soon. We have got a Panzerwerfer ready, by the way. Surely going to fire. Surely going to fire. That would have been perfect. I don't know why we didn't see that. IL-2's coming at you. Cleopatra. For those of us that survived the 90s. Terrible pop music. Nice miss by the Panther. IL-2. I don't know if that counts as a penetrate. Didn't do much damage, that's for certain. Veterancy 3 Austria. Doing a good job there. Oh! Was that a Talamine?
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
That is engine damage of the highest order. Misses from the Panther. Just a little bit on the move still there. Unfortunate. Penal Battalions march forth with their Jesulin accompaniment. Here comes the Panzerwerf. Oh, I can never quite get this angle, seemingly. Oh! But the Panzerwerf got the angle, and that angle was the decimation of DevM's armies once again. Ridiculous. 40 kills, 10 kills, 50 kills between them. This is just auto-match, Colonel Angus asks. Yes, it is. It's an auto-match battle. We're very privileged to receive it.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Victory point getting capped in the east. DevM somehow managing to get a triple cap under all these circumstances. I mean, you got to expect it's due to... I don't know what it's due to. Is he waiting to fully repair all of his squads? I mean, what's the Brumbear doing?
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Panther's got veterancy 2. ILS2 is nearly battle ready. There you go.
Enemy forces are neutralizing.
It's an excellent match, Tightrope. One to upload to YouTube, I think, after this. Misses from the Panther. I mean, I think the IS-2 should realise he's going to have to tank some of these engagements. Got the Jesulin backup, but the Panzerwerfers are both ready. All times he needs to be prepared. He's got great sight lines from the Pioneer. What's he doing? Where's he Panzerwerfed here, though? Great dodge by DevM. By the way, keep an eye on these engagements. We've got Grenadiers and Austria pushing away. Damaged engine from another Talamine. Will the Panther finally get the kill here? Looks highly likely. Jesulin's aren't helping. Panther bounces. IS-2 remaining on the battlefield. Panther reverses away and gets the kill. Jesulin finally redeems and recoups his investment. Let's face it, it's starting to look over for the Marvel. From the country of Portugal. I was trying to think of something other than Portuguese prodigy there, and I couldn't. But that was a great game. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching, and to everybody on Twitch, let's keep doing what we do. Do you think Exeter Isle? I mean, that was just an excellent